Hello, I'm Rebecca Pigram, Public Information Officer for Rockingham County. Today, we are joined with Ms. Stephanie Kingston, our HR Director here in Rockingham County Government.
Yes.
Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I just wanted to sit down and have a quick conversation about the benefits that our employees have in Rockingham County with working with the county government. If anybody's interested in working in county government, just kind of highlight some of the awesome things that we as a county agency offer to our employees, but also things that we can offer to the folks at home if they're interested in. But first, let's start off with who are you? How long have you been in your position? A little bit of background about yourself.
Okay. All right. So I was born and raised right here in Rockingham County. I grew up in Eden. Married to my high school sweetheart. We have a beautiful little girl. She's 9 years old. I did graduate from Moorhead High School there in Eden. I went on to Rockingham Community College and Alamance Community College. I went for Human Resources Management and Business Administration. I started out not working in either of those capacities per se. My first job with the county was in the health department.
Okay.
So I was over the billing and the data processing. So we handled all the patient charges that come in, billed that to the insurance companies and so forth, got the reimbursement back. That leaded me into wanting to go a little further with that in a financial aspect. So I transferred to the finance department.
Okay.
And that was back in 2004. I stayed in the finance department for about 14 years.
Okay.
While there, I held multiple positions in different capacities. Loved it, still loved the people, still loved the county, wanted to stay. Then the opportunity came about in 2017. There was a vacancy in human resources. So I was like, okay, here's my shot. This is what I've always wanted to do. This is what I went to school for. Let's do it. So that worked out, and I've been in HR ever since.
Perfect.
I love it. On the craziest day, we still love it. I'm proud to say that probably every one of my staff members would agree that no matter how hard every day is in HR, we are here to help somebody, and we do just that.
So, Stephanie, your story, I think, is a testament to working here in Rockingham County. Like you said, you started in one department, you transferred to a different department, spent 14 years there, and then you moved into the HR position, and now you're literally the HR, Human Resources Director.
Yes.
I think that is a testament to not only Rockingham County government, but work ethic and the benefits that come with working with county government. So
it is, and I agree, and I try to explain that to people a lot of times, especially our younger generation when they come in and, they ask questions about, is there room for advancement? Is there going to be the opportunity for me to move up and, promote my way through the ranks? And I'm like, it is. County government, you have to be patient to do that, but that opportunity is there, and the county's been very good to me, and the county is a wonderful place to be able to do that and to be able to grow and mold into those different areas. That experience that I've had with those departments, I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it's actually given me that insight on how to be better in the role that I'm in now.
Perfect. Well, before I go into like the benefits of working in the county and the benefits that the government offers, I want to touch a little bit on what you do as the HR director. And you mentioned your staff and how wonderful they are.
Yes.
They're truly great people.
Yes.
And how you guys help our county employees and how you help the workflow with our county employees.
So the main role, being the HR director for the county, basically that encompasses the hiring, bringing our folks on board, compensation, the salary that we pay the staff, making sure that that's where we are so that we remain competitive and marketable, administer all benefits to the employees, whether that be our medical, dental, vision, retirement, and so forth. We take care of that coverage if they have dependents on there. We deal with our retirees who are still offered that benefit. We maintain all personnel records. We take care of FMLA and anything in between. I always tell folks that the main role in our HR department is to be that resource no matter what it is that employee or the applicant needs. You just be that resource, because usually we're that first face that they see.
Perfect. So that's your department as a whole.
Yes.
You're just it's kind of self-explanatory, but
Yes.
also you're a resource if there's a change in a bank account or a change in your name,
That is
or
correct.
If you have a child and you need to add them to your insurance. You guys, Human Resources Department, are the face of that. Y'all help facilitate that.
Yes, we're involved with all of that from the beginning to end. And lots of times those life events that folks have are how we really get to know our employees and know what's going on in their lives. Your other departments wouldn't have a need to know that personal information about somebody, but for us, we get to sit down, have a conversation with them, discuss those good things that are happening to them.
Yeah, and if something negative happens, Lord knows, bad things can happen to anybody, but you can also be a comfort.
Yes.
You form those relationships, both good and bad, so you get to be a comfort or, be a member who celebrates their positive things.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. We always need a good friend and a good resource.
That is, and that's one of the positive aspects of being in HR.
So now that we've kind of touched on what you do in the HR department and the relationships that y'all get to have, let's talk a little bit about the benefits of working for Rockingham County government and working in our agency.
Okay. So I tell folks, especially our new folks, one of the best things about working here is that you get to give back to the community. You're giving back to the citizens, because ultimately we are all employed at Rockingham County government, but we work for the community. We work for the citizens here. That's one thing I try to convey. We talk about that a lot in our new employee orientation. Other great things about it, we are very competitive in our pay. I'm proud to say that we are as competitive as one could be for the rural location that we are in Rockingham County. I'm excited about what our previous pay studies have done for us, very thankful for those.
Absolutely.
Currently, we offer a merit raise annually, and right now a cost of living adjustment annually, so that's 2 increases after you've been here a year that are just automatic, and if you remain in good standing as a full-time employee. We do medical, dental, and vision for all of our full-time staff, and we offer all 3 of those at no cost to the employee. That's just about unheard of in today's society, so I'm very thankful that that benefit is still here for us.
Yes.
And any of the full-time staff. We also offer insurance for your dependents. Of course, that's something that folks have to pay for separately, but it is there and it's available, and I would say that our rates that the insurance company charges us for that is very competitive in regards to what other folks are paying at other employers, because lots of times when we're sitting down with them and going over benefits, they want to know, okay, how much is that going to cost me? And when we let them know, they're like, oh, thank gosh, because you wouldn't believe what it is at my current employer. So that's a good thing, and that's still a positive note for our folks. We do have retirement through the North Carolina retirement system. It's a very rich retirement system. Lots of folks retire from county government at a very early age. We also have 401k and 457 that we offer our employees. They can get signed up for that at any time. They can do it at new employee orientation or at any time during their career if they decide, hey, I'm at a point in my life where I really want to start chunking in some money to this supplemental retirement. All they have to do is come see us and we'll get those forms filled out for them. We do a flexible spending account. We have a health reimbursement account with our insurance provider. We have paid time off, including vacation, sick. We offer community service leave, and 12 paid holidays, I believe, is what we have right now. And one thing that lots of our employees are getting excited about is the Employee Morale Committee. That's something that's fairly new to Rockingham County government. So folks at random have the opportunity to go and just kind of give feedback to things that they would like to see here or things that they think could help improve the morale. I think that that committee has been very positive, and lots of folks are achieving the goals that they have set. For example, like our new picnic shelter.
Yes.
That was something that was discussed with the Employee Morale Committee, and it came to pass. It's out there, and I think folks love going out there at lunch and just hanging out in the sunshine. It's a little hot right now, but very nice.
I was just about to say, I have been a member of the Morale Committee in previous times, and to go in and sit with, a member from our youth services group and economic development, or, just the different departments, and we get to work together and to work with your colleagues that you don't normally get to see and hear about their experiences and how they want to make Rockingham County government a better place. It's a great thing. But on top of that, we also, the Morale Committee gets stuff done. Like you said, the picnic shelter.
Yes.
I believe our food trucks.
Absolutely.
That also been, they park out beside the picnic shelter. All of those things were community driven, Morale Committee, employee driven. And those things are happening here in Rockingham County government. government. So that's wonderful. Okay, Stephanie, so we've talked about some benefits that our current employees have by being employed through Rockingham County government. What if there's someone at home that's like, hey, that sounds like an interesting place to work, a great place to work, which it is. Where can folks go to look at our job postings and maybe even apply?
Okay. So everything that we have vacant, as it becomes available, we always post that to our county webpage.
Okay.
If they just go to www.myrockinghamcountync.gov, there will be a link on the left-hand side of that page that says County Jobs. Once you click on that County Jobs, it will immediately take you over to all the vacancies.
Okay.
Any position that an applicant wants to apply for that they're interested in or they meet the qualifications for, they just click on the job title. Once they click on that job title, it's going to give them more detailed information about the job, kind of what the requirements are, what the job description looks like, perhaps the hours, if it's outside of the normal 8 to 5. Anything that they're interested in, they can apply for it there. They're literally going to click on the link that says apply.
Okay.
And it'll ask them, do they have an account set up with NeoGov? If you do have an account set up with NeoGov, you just put in your user ID and password. What NeoGov is the online platform that houses the application information. Once you set that account up with them, it holds it. It's going to hold the demographic information, the education, and any work experience that someone has. It keeps all that there, so it's not like every time you apply for a job, you have to start it over. So once you get that information in the system, it does keep it for you. Once we receive the application, we in HR get that immediately upon the submission. We review it, and if that applicant meets the minimum qualifications, we go ahead and send that application over to the department.
Okay.
Each department receives their own applications, and whether it's supervisors or directors or their HR liaison, they have a staff of people that are considered hiring managers. They take the applications, they go through those, decide who they want to bring in for an interview. We set the interviews up. Once the interviews have taken place, the department actually makes that final decision on who they want to bring in and hire. They let HR know. We reach out to that applicant. We let them know, hey, you have been selected for this position. We'd like for you to come in and do our pre-employment screenings. Basically, that's your drug test and your background check. And we get everything scheduled for you to come in and do that. You can either do it here. Depending on your geographic location, we can work with the applicant and make sure that that's taken care of closer to their home proximity, especially if it's someone out of state. We'll get that arranged for them. We set that hire date and we bring them on.
Wow, that's exciting.
It is.
It's a process, but
is.
with any sort of application, I mean, you've got to make sure that we're bringing in the best candidates
Yes.
for Rockingham County government. I know that you mentioned our county website, and that's how you can find jobs.
Yes.
I know in today's world, LinkedIn or Indeed or all those, there's several different platforms to find jobs.
Yes.
Would you say that the best place to go is our county website because it is up to date?
It is the most up to date, but we do try to post our positions in other locations as well. LinkedIn is the place where we keep our applications posted. Lots of times you can find them on Indeed.
Okay.
Rockingham Community College partners with us, and they actually advertise our vacancies through their in-house postings. I think they have a digital one. They have some type of platform that goes out to the students where they can see that when we have job openings. We email them to various departments so that they can post them in locations that are important to them. In addition to that, the departments take care of posting our jobs in places where they know folks are interested in looking on their listservs. For example, health department, they have a whole grouping of people that work through the state who actually have access to that same maybe link or
Distribution list.
Yeah, and I want to say it's a listserv. I know the listserv that we use is just for human resources, but I'm pretty sure that the other agencies have something that's very similar to that. Forgive me if it's not called the listserv in public health, but they have something very similar. So any job that is related to something in the public health world, folks that work in the public health world have access to that to apply for it that way as well.
Perfect. So not only do we share it with our community as just a general Rockingham County community or triad community, but our individual departments send it out to their more niche communities, like you
Yes.
said, public health or any sort of niche community like that.
Yes.
We've put those applications and those job postings out there.
And that helps us with our recruiting process.
Stephanie, thank you so much for this time that you've given us today. You've given us a ton of information, both the benefits of working in Rockingham County, what to look forward to if you want to work in Rockingham County. Is there anything that you want the folks at home to know, maybe a last send home message about working in Rockingham County government?
I always just tell folks it is what we say. Rockingham County, you are in a good place. We try to take care of the folks that are here. It is a great place to be. I love being part of this family environment that we have. And if there's anyone out there who is interested in applying for any of our jobs that we have available, and you can't get the help that you need online or you have questions about it, you can always reach out to the HR department directly, and any one of us can help them.
Okay, and what is that number?
336-342-8114. That will take you right into the main line for HR.
Perfect. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Stephanie, thank you so much for your time today. Like I said, if you at home have any questions about the hiring process or anything in HR related with Rockingham County government, or just any sort of questions in general, feel free to reach out to me, Rebecca Pigram, Public Information Officer for the county, 336-589-0967.